In today's video, guys, we are checking everything out from a TEMU torch to lasers that'll burn things to actual zip lines you can order. Stick around, you're not gonna wanna miss this. This has been one of my most useful purchases from TEMU. I use it to start my grill. I use it to start my campfires. I have used it to glaze some wood. I'm very entertained. Honestly, the build quality is pretty awesome. Even though I've already bent the tip a little bit, it happens. All right, flamethrower aside, we are gonna go ahead and get started with this crazy high-powered laser. This is the laser from TEMU. It comes with a couple of pretty cool attachments that are gonna make some, honestly, pretty interesting patterns. It looks really cool, it's bright, it's clean, it's clear, but that's also why this thing is so freaking dangerous. I cannot even tell you guys how dangerous this laser really is, especially when you put that cap on and start spreading the beam out in all these different directions. If you guys ever get one of these, do not use this without the safety glasses or some type of safety glasses that protect in this range. These ones protect almost every range of laser, but even a direct hit is still dangerous. But guys, with something this strong, even a reflection, it can permanently damage your eyes forever. All right, guys, now we're gonna check and see if this will light anything on fire. We will go ahead and start with the normal printer paper here. Honestly, even close up, seems to be pretty fine. All right, next up, we're gonna try this little chunk of cardboard here. Almost instantly. That is crazy. I honestly didn't think you could actually buy lasers like this here in the US. Like, I didn't think this was actually legal to buy something quite this strong in a handheld factor. Now, obviously I have a laser burner. I've used it in some previous videos, but this thing will totally just burn right through cardboard. I mean, that's pretty crazy. All right, now we're gonna try out our Vevor instruction manual. Now, what is this instruction manual for? It's kind of important, but you guys better stick around in the video if you wanna see it. If you look behind me, you might see a wire running across the backyard. Guys, that's a zip line. That's a freaking zip line from TEMU. Stick around to check that thing out. Yeah, so it looks like certain paper, it just has almost no effect on. Probably has to do with the refractive index. That's gonna be the amount of light that's actually reflected away from the paper. So it's not burning this at all, but yet if we take the cardboard, I start seeing smoke within seconds. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, now I'm kind of curious to see what it'll do to a little bit of wood. Got ourselves a little bit of excess wood here. Yeah, just as fast as the cardboard. That is unreal. So now think about it this way. If this thing is strong enough to burn wood within like about a second, this could take out your sight so fast. This thing is cool. I'm very impressed with it. I'm not impressed with the fact that it charges with micro USB, but it does have a power button on the back and another USB for charging out. Could do without that, but the build quality is awesome. I mean, it's truly impressive for what it is. But if you guys do decide to order this, please, for the love of everything in your own sight and vision, your pets, your friends, your family, be careful. This thing is crazy dangerous. So you guys can see me shining this. It's still daytime out, guys. It is not dark out. I mean, look at how bright this thing is. We take a look here. Actually, I will show you guys the burning. Let's get a real crystal clear close up. This is a pretty entertaining list, and even though these are the most dangerous products, you guys are probably gonna wanna buy a lot of them. So I'm gonna make sure to give out as many safety tips as I can. All right, guys, before we hop into the fun stuff, i.e. the zip lines, you'll see them behind me. We're not talking about those just yet. We're gonna check out arguably one of the more dangerous products on a most dangerous product list. This is a tree climbing kit. And if you've never seen one, come on in and let's see what we got. So we're gonna start over here on the side. This is gonna be our safety rope. Honestly, the quality of the rope looks fantastic. Here's our description of the climbing tools. We'll get down to those here in a minute. Next up, it did come with a couple extra tools. You have some pruners right here, then boom, you get yourself a nice little saw. I mean, it's got some pretty rough teeth on it. We tested a couple of these in the past. We'll give this one a try. We'll have them go up there and cut some trees. Now, if you look closely here, the blade looks, well, it looks horrible. The blade looks bad. Anyways, we'll see if it works. Coming up next, we have a couple of accessories for tightening on some parts of the boots, some gloves, and some green stuff. I don't know what the green stuff is. And then we have the actual tree climbing boots. All right, so this is the actual tree climbing boot. This is gonna strap to your leg, and this is the part that's going to grab into the actual tree for you, right here. You're gonna use the safety rope to wrap around the tree, but we'll get to that here in a bit. And it even came with some nice, that's real leather, guys, real leather case to cover those up because they're pretty dangerous and they're really sharp. Last but not least, we have ourselves the safety belt. All right, guys, so now we're gonna find ourselves a guinea pig, see if he can climb that tree, because I ain't doing it. No, I would, but I have a friend who wants to try it, and you know what? He said he can do it, so let's see him do it. This is not recommended. We are not gonna go very high. Our mission today, if you choose to accept it, is to cut that branch that we could probably cut from the ground. Nope, you gotta use, I think you're supposed to be on the sides of the tree.
Probably. Pump it.
Okay, loosen it just for a sec. All right.
There we go.
I did not help him, he's oh no. Now, for those who want to put in the comments, this man is a professional. We know exactly, I'm kidding guys, we have no idea what we're doing. We are just testing out this horribly dangerous product that you probably shouldn't be able to buy, but that's all right. Now he's going to...
Oh, got it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's really bendy.
Is the saw done? Is it just horrible?
It's terrible, yeah. Oh, maybe if you go just forward, you might be able to cut stuff.
Hey, it's working though. You know what? It's flimsy and scary. And if you fall, just drop it. All right, guys, mission successful. Now, just to give you guys an idea as to how high off the ground we are, this is as high as we're going because this thing is dangerous. You have giant steel spikes on your legs. You could fall from a very high distance. We don't know how to tie the rope, so we're not going any higher with this thing. Overall, I will say the quality of the boots, they feel pretty solid. The saw, that's trash. Don't use the saw. I mean, it worked, but it's flimsy, stamped metal, it's horrible. And now we're gonna see if he can make it down. I mean, that part, does it feel kind of cool being able to stick into the tree?
Yeah, slowly but surely, I feel comfortable getting down.
All right, guys, that is going to be it for this part of the video. Now, let's jump on over and get into the zip lines. All right, guys, before we get to the nicer zip line over there, this was the cheaper one. Although it doesn't look very cheap so far. We have ourselves a nice seat with a very nice looking braided cable. Looks like it all kind of connects together through a series of connections. Instruction manual, gonna be pretty important. Now, the other one that you guys saw in the intro, that one has a steel cable. This one comes with a really long strap, kind of like a ratchet strap. But ratchet straps are pretty tough, so should be just fine. And then, of course, in all fairness, if I was gonna make my own, this is probably how I would do it. It is quite literally a ratchet strap. So this is gonna help us get it sorted, get it sized, and get it mounted. But with this one, you need to make sure it stays mounted in this orientation, because this right here is the actual piece that's gonna go down the zip line, if you will. You have to run the actual strap right here through the middle first, before you even put it together, or you're gonna kind of be in some trouble. But yeah, it's got some nice big roller bearings on it. Looks like 2 bearings on each side of a steel roller, pretty nice. We have ourselves some mesh type tree savers here. We'll talk more about those when we unbox the next one. Also comes with a carrying case and a carabiner. Seems decent, but it's not the most impressive carabiner I've seen, but I think it'll work just fine. So we're gonna get to installing these, then we'll show you guys what we got. All right, guys, we are out here. This is the very first zip line in today's video. Yes, I said first, there are 2, count them 2. We already have tested both of them at this point in the video. And I'm gonna tell you guys, they're both worth looking at, but one of them is a lot better than the other one. So coming right over here, this is the seat to the strap zip line. It's a pretty easy install. You wrap the one end around the tree right here, loops right back through itself. Then you climb up a 20-foot ladder and put the other end up there. Then right here in the middle, you have a pretty basic ratchet strap. It's very simple, it's very easy to put up, but it has some issues. So let's go ahead and give it a test, and then we'll talk about why I think it has some issues. Issue number one, if it gets caught on the side like this, you just stop. So you gotta be really careful when getting it set up, because to get this thing much tighter, let's just say it's a little scary if you've ever tightened a strap past where it should go. Now let's try it again with a little more caution. Now when you're doing this part, you really gotta make sure it lines up, because let's face it, a strap coming off a tree, it's not gonna wanna sit flat, which you kinda need. But when it actually goes, it's still kind of fun. Again, sometimes it goes better than others. It feels pretty solid built, and in all fairness, I weigh 185 pounds and it's made for kids. Taking a note, if you guys don't want to deal with the hassle of installing a metal wire zip line, this is not a bad option for 65 bucks. But right now we're going to jump into the next zip line. The next zip line is only $12 more. Guys, you get a lot more for your money. So let's check it out. So first off, we have a 150-foot cable. If you look over here, we kind of have it strung out on the ground. We're just kind of getting ready with it. If you pull it out wrong, well, this is what happens. So let's go through the box and see what all we have. We have ourselves our slider. I don't know what this stuff is called. I've never purchased a zip line, but it looks pretty high quality. We have ourselves about 1/16 of an inch thick steel plates. We have ourselves some spring retention units and some pretty nice handles. Then the bottom has another connector here, because you're gonna be able to attach this swing to it for kids or adults. Now, given whenever you're using this stuff, guys, you gotta be careful, install this thing carefully. I am not a professional, so I am not suggesting you do what I do. All right, next up, we have ourselves a really nice braided rope. Now, the braided rope is gonna probably be for the swing here. Then we have this nice long spring. This spring is gonna be installed on the actual cable to stop you from running into whatever you could run into, hopefully. Then along with the other cable, you have this secondary cable. This is where you're going to install the next piece I'm going to show you. This right here is your cable tensioner. You're going to need this cable to be taut in order to flow correctly. You don't want it to sag in the middle, or you're going to get stuck and it's going to be weird. So basic idea, put this around a tree or whatever you're mounting to, or mount it directly to it. Hook this on here, and then you can tension the tightness to make sure the cable is taut for your ride. So what we have right here, this is a mesh type material. This is called a tree saver material. So instead of wrapping this cable directly around one of your trees and potentially damaging it long term, you put this on first, wrap the cable around this. It's gonna give it a little bit of added protection. And then we have some all important hardware. You have some cable clamps here. These cable clamps are gonna be used on the opposite end. They don't have a hook on that end. And then you have some really, really nice carabiners. Let me pull one of these out. These things are absolute monsters. They have a latching mechanism on the carabiner. I mean, they feel crazy strong.
It goes flat when you push it to the ground. Definitely working.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Landscaping.
All right, guys, we've been working pretty late tonight. This is gonna be the first attempt. We got my boy Julian going on the zip line. He said, and I quote, "Do you guys want me to try it first because I weigh the least?" All right, she sags a lot. All right, guys, so we are on attempt number 2. We tried a quick setup last night and it was way too loose. So here's what we got going on now. We do have the tree saver on this side, way over there. We don't have it on that side. That tree's coming down soon, so this is going to be a little bit of a temporary setup. Now you can see right here, I already have the clasps on. Getting this sucker tight is not easy. So with that setup back there, we have it somewhat tensioned. Now we do have our actual tensioner at the other side, completely loosened up all the way. I'll show you that here in just a minute. Now this is our current setup. We have a ratchet strap and the cable kind of cross-tied. There's a whole bunch of extra cables, so this isn't going to matter. And then we have it running to a tree. Now you'll look here. You see I have both metal clasps here, right here. I have the strap ran through. Guys, this is a safety thing. If I were to put that metal hook here, and I'm standing right here ratcheting, and this comes untied right here, that metal clasp shoots back at me. Right now, I'm standing off to the side. Nothing can shoot at me. The cable's gonna go that way. Strap is gonna go that way. So at most, I get slapped with a strap. It'll be totally fine. But from this setup right here anyways, guys, you can already understand why this is a fairly dangerous product. Even setting it up is dangerous. All right, for now, we are just using a ladder instead of some kind of support. So I strapped the ladder to the tree, a little extra safety. Right here is the current setup. We have the cable double wrapped around the tree. Going to this beauty, you can see she is wide open. This is gonna allow us to thread these in and get this as tight as I can with just one person. And here's the view from up here, guys. It's, well, I'm about 12 feet off the ground. The cable's about 14, 15 feet. But we still have a lot of droop. Got a lot more to go. All right, guys, we have now spent about 6 hours on this. We got Sam on the ratchet strap. Here's our rigged little solution. You can see here we have a couple of clamps on, cable there, big boy ratchet strap here. Don't worry about that strap. It's not doing anything right now. So now he's gonna release the tension on the ratchet strap. This is just another reason why this thing is dangerous. There are many ways to do this. We have tried a bunch and this seems to be our best option so far. But man, it's not fun. Wasn't too bad there. Our tension is holding. We do still have to hit up the tensioner right up there at that end one more time. Hopefully, we're good to go. New angle, here we go.
Nice.
All right, guys. So here we are. It works a lot better. But as you can see, I still got pretty close to the ground, but that is a limiting factor of my trees. Guys, this thing's awesome. So we're gonna hit a few more runs on it and then we're gonna try out the swing and see what we think. All right, guys, here we go. Test number 2. To the spring. I'm not gonna lie, that looks like fun. Guys, the swing, totally awesome inclusion.
Oh yeah, that feels good.
Woo! Oh, you made it all the way to the end. That was like perfect. But you guys can see there's still quite a bit of flex in the cable. There are probably some things we could do to get it tighter, but we are done with this one. Guys, this is a win. If you think you can safely install this thing, pick it up. Links will be down below.
Stop that.
Ready?
No, I'm not ready.
You just sit down and go. Yep. No, you're not gonna fall off.